The MCU versus the DCEU.
Hi, we're the audience.
I'm the audience too.
The Marvel Cinematic Studios are leading the film market. They separate themselves from all other studios because they constantly manage to produce high-quality movies with extremely engaging stories. This year, they are on track to beat their biggest competitor by releasing 4 highly anticipated movies, while their competitor, DC Studios, will only release 3. Titles like The Batman, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and even the highly anticipated Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Black Adam do not compare to the fandom that closely follows the trailer announcements for Marvel's Morbius, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Thus, selection is necessary. However, with inflation rising, the cost for things is a lot more right now. According to Expectistan, the average monthly cost for a one-person household is $2,854. Another thing rising with inflation is movie ticket prices. Since the year that theaters were first introduced, ticket prices have risen, and currently, as of last year, the average price for a movie ticket was $9.57. A third thing rising are gas prices. According to this graph by Statista, prices for all grades of gas have been rising steadily since March of 2021. Currently, the graph shows that every gas grade is at least above $4 per gallon. Also contributing to this selection process is the wide variety of movies that have been produced over time. These franchises, they are releasing movies every year. Marvel has 4 new movies coming out this year, DC has 3. Fortunately, these movies are not going anywhere. Movies have been around since the late 19th century, and for these studios specifically, Marvel has been making movies since 1986 with Howard the Duck, and DC's first ever movie was The Batman in 1966. While there may be more work now to find a good movie than before, finding what you want to see is more likely. But to figure out what you want to see, some research must be done. One tool that can be used is YouTube trailers. For example, the trailer for Black Adam. This trailer came out over 1 year ago and has reached 18 million views. For Marvel, the next movie is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and its first official trailer was released 2 months ago and has 48 million views currently. A second tool that can be used to determine which movie to watch is the Rotten Tomato scores for the best movies of the studios. For Marvel, it was Black Panther with a tomato meter of 96%, whereas DC's highest, The Dark Knight, has only 94. Another research tactic is to examine the highest opening weekend box office earnings. Avengers Endgame for Marvel Studios earned $357.1 million, whereas The Batman earned $128.5 million in its opening weekend. So these are the 3 easiest ways to find out if the movie is worth the cash and enough to entertain and please you. What if it is too much work, though? What's the worst that happens if you spend that money and the movie is bad? Well, firstly, it's a waste of money. If you were displeased after paying to watch a movie, then it was a waste of money. It's also a waste of time. Movies become a waste of time if viewers are left unsatisfied after the movie's conclusion, and that's an hour or more that you'll never get back. Luckily, the steps to prevent your displeasure are extremely simple and take very little time. It's just baby steps. Watch the trailers, read a critic's article about the movie, review the preview movie's earnings for this franchise. Just 3 steps. And with this knowledge, you can help others save money and save their time as well. While everything is getting more difficult, movies will still come out. So make the wisest choice with your spending. Even though inflation is high and things are costing more, entertainment is important. Therefore, it is imperative to make informed decisions about which movie to see. Without doing the research, you will be left displeased and poorer than before. By watching their trailers and quickly looking over reviews and earnings of the previous movies for the franchises, you and many others can make a knowledgeable decision about which movie to see. So, are there any questions from the audience?
Yes.
Yes. So, my first question is, what is your favorite movie of the MCU and the DCU?
My favorite movie for the MCU would be Spider-Man No Way Home, and for the DCEU, it would have to be The Dark Knight Rises with Christian Nolan and Heath Ledger. Any other questions?
Yes.
Sorry.
Whose movies cost more to make, Marvel or DC? And if so,